Everyone, it's crazy when you stop and think about the idea of flying on a plane. Not for the fact that you're up in the air and you could crash at any minute, that's boring and mundane. It's more so the idea of being locked in a confined space with a bunch of other people for a set amount of time. So I mean, how many people can a plane carry? Like 100, 200 maybe? So with that range, you're bound to have one passenger in that herd to be an absolute nutcase of a person. And for this flight, this video, it just has to be that one by pure fate. And you know what? When it comes to psychopaths and crackheads out in nature, I have to admit, this goblin of a woman, this bitch, takes it pretty far. I'm gonna show a quick snippet of the first few seconds, and I want you personally, for without logical thinking, what do you think this woman will do? I promise you can't even guess it.
I'm ready to be over here. Sorry, everybody.
Are you serious?
Okay, let me do the I don't give up.
I'm ready to pee over here. I mean, you said it. What were you expecting? Come on. I'm sure you've all had experiences with people like this on a plane. Well, not all they're fully pulling down their pants, but they're just being irrational, and whatever they want is being held back by an employee. They're willing to do anything on the spot. You get it? I guess in this situation, she really wants to use the toilet, and there's two possibilities I'll get into in a second. But now that the cat's out of the bag, and the biggest part of the clip is shown, I might as well just show all of it. Check out my Patreon that I don't have, to see the full clip uncensored.
No, you. I gotta go pee. I don't give a fuck. You're not an honest bitch. Let me pass.
This poor little boy next to it. Holy.
I'm not gonna lie, the first thing that was put into my eye, it wasn't like, this Shrek Fiona version of this woman. It's more so the guy next to the person recording. But you can definitely tell, he's texting his friend on his phone, being like, you can't imagine what's going on the plane. He's like, can't be that bad, but here you go. You can see the fear in his arm, and his whole body actually, when he goes over to grab his bag, when she gets closer and, pulls down her pants. I don't blame him, honestly. If I was that unlucky to be on that plane ride, and also subsequently be on, the outer C, whatever you call it, A or C, whatever, and be next to her, that'd be awful. Also, I don't want to antagonize him, but what is that hoodie and phone background? Honestly, I don't know what he was thinking when he said, sorry everyone, as if that was enough for all the passengers and employees to now have their eyes and retinas burned out by that image. With people like this is insane. Whenever they're arguing with employees, they expect to gather everyone behind them to back them up of this bullshit cause. But legitimately, what passenger equally minded soul would be like, I mean, the toilet's broken, she has to piss on the floor. Which brings me to the two possibilities I mentioned earlier, either the toilet's broken and nobody can use it, that makes sense, or two, there's someone already in there that's taking quite a long time. I feel those two realities could be possible, but number one, if it's broken, what do you really want? You're not gonna be able to use it. They're not gonna let you piss in a bowl and just let it sit there for the rest of the flight, swishing around. And let's be honest, with the sheer size of her, she would definitely fill up that toilet bowl like a goblet full of piss. And then the other reality, if it's occupied, just wait your turn, you nasty bitch. One part that bothered me is you can tell the woman recording, she was seeing that poor little boy next to us. There was a kid next to her that you can't see off camera and was forced to witness that.
This poor little boy next to it.
And honestly, I feel so bad for that kid. I remember being younger and seeing some homeless ghoul of a woman flash a tit to someone. I just remember being so disgusted by it. Simply because of the jarring fact of seeing someone that exposed and semi-naked out in public. And when she got up after that display, she starts yelling at someone else. She has beef with the stewardess in front of her, but then out of nowhere, she flips around and yells at someone else halfway across the plane. But then yeah, I like the empire, she marches through to the stewardess in front of her. He's let me through, as if that squad was a display of strength meant to scare her. That could have been her actual intention, I'm not sure. With videos like this are so short, have no context, you can make any story out of it you want. Maybe she wanted to take a piss, maybe they locked up a little boy in a toilet and she was trying to get to him. I'm not sure. If I was on the plane, I probably would try to rally all the people with me to be witch hunters and put up on a stake and set her on fire like an actual witch, that would be my real actual decision, honestly, and you can't judge me for that.